Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a very special day because it is the first ever video of my wedding series. Yes, it's true. Your girl is finally getting married. She's screaming it to the world. We don't have to wait any longer. I am engaged, finally. So today's video is going to be a video about what I did to make my bridesmaids boxes. I have 5 girls in my bridal party and I wanted to make them feel extremely appreciated and special, and I'm thankful that they would say yes to taking on such a big load because weddings are not inexpensive. They are not a small thing to just be included in, and I wanted to make my girls feel as important as they could when I asked them to be a part of this very special day. So I made them all bridesmaids boxes. It wasn't expensive, it was very cheap, and especially now that I'm like engaged, I've been wanting to do wedding series videos for the longest. I mean, ever since I started my YouTube channel, I have probably wanted to create some type of wedding series video, and can't really do that when you're not engaged. And now that I am ready to get the ball rolling. I'm not wasting any time. I already have these like kind of ideas in my head already, and now that it's happening, I'm ready to get started. So if you guys want to see what I did to create these special bridesmaids boxes and what you can do to make your girls feel as important as they should and as important as you felt when you got proposed to, then just keep watching. So guys, it is true. I'm finally engaged to the man of my dreams. We have got engaged probably like 4 months ago in May, and I have been creating and planning and doing everything I can possibly do to get this wedding situation rolling because I have been waiting for this day for a long time, okay? So I had no idea that I was going to make these boxes. I knew I wanted to. I didn't know what I was going to include in them, but I kind of got an idea. Honestly, I got an idea before I got engaged in Target with these hats. So, funny story, I have been waiting to get engaged forever. You guys don't know, but I have been waiting to get engaged for a long time. I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to marry the man of my dreams. Like, if I could marry that man yesterday, I would have. I mean, you guys don't even know how long I've been waiting. Now that it's happening, and now that, like, I don't know, it's just been in my head for a long time. I was like having that, I don't know, there was like a stage in our relationship before we got engaged that I had like wedding brain. I was like so eager to get engaged, so eager to be a bride, so eager to get married that like, that's all I thought about. Everything that I looked at, I was like, oh, would this be good for a wedding? Oh, would this be cute? Oh, like I had my nails done all the time. I made sure that my hands were lotioned. I like was ready for any moment he could propose. Like, I don't even think you guys understand. Like, I just had like, I don't even know what to call it. I think it's just like wedding brain. Like, my mind was just so wrapped around getting married, and I was only dating this guy. Like, when I was in Target one day, I was looking in the value section, and I ran into like these cute little hats, and I saw this hat. Of course, it caught my eye because it said Mrs. I was like, oh, that's super cute. I'm gonna be a Mrs. one day. I should get that hat. I'm gonna get it. So I'm looking through the little pile of hats, and I see this hat. It says Mr. Oh, perfect. I should get this for Johnny. One day he's gonna like propose to me. I'm gonna get it for him. We can have Mr. and Mrs. hats. It's super cute. I was looking more through the pile, and I go and I see these hats. And this is the hat that really prompted the bridal box. Because, you know, originally, yes, when you are having this wedding brain, mostly I was thinking of like stuff for me and Johnny, or stuff that I could wear for myself as a bride or, you know, fiance, like little cutesy stuff like that. But then I saw these hats and I was like, oh shoot, I need to get these hats. They're only $3 and I'm not gonna see them anywhere else. I do, crew. Yes. Excuse the cat fur. My cat likes to play in all my stuff, and I have nowhere to put any of my bridal stuff anymore in this house because I've been like just saving stuff and hoarding stuff like a maniac. But I saw these hats. I do, crew. I had to get them, and I also saw they had pink ones that said, what did it say? like bridal crew, bride tribe, that's what it said. It was pink and it had gold writing and it said bride tribe. So me, I was like crazy, wedding brain. I saw these hats, $3 each, and I probably bought like 15 of these hats. I think I bought like 7 and 7, and then I got, my Mrs. hat and then Johnny's Mr. hat. I didn't know what I was going to do with them. I just bought them. I felt like, it's now or never. These hats are so cheap. I can use them for anything when I get engaged, and my wedding party will love it, So I didn't know how many people I was going to have in my wedding party at this time. I just bought hats. I bought like 15 hats for $3, but I just felt like it's now or never. And so I hid them in my trunk for probably like months. They were hiding in my trunk. I, was just like, eventually when I get engaged, I'll use them. So I saved them. And that's kind of what started this whole box situation. So once he finally proposed and the ring was on the finger, I ran downstairs, ran to my trunk and pulled out my hat and his hat. And then I was like, okay, now that we're engaged, I can start wedding planning. I wasted absolutely no time. And I, immediately sent out all the, I'm married. And obviously my girls, everybody sent their congrats back. And so these girls kind of already knew. They already had kind of a heads up. Get ready to be a bridesmaid, get ready to be a bridesmaid, get ready to be a bridesmaid. Because I was too excited. Like, I could not contain myself. And so I started to think about what do I want to include to officially ask them to be in my wedding party. They already knew, but I want to make it really special and make, them feel really special. I don't want to just text them and say, hey, can you be in my bridal party? I want them to say, wow, she asked me to be part of her wedding. Like, oh my gosh, look what she got us. Look what she did for us, because I'm going to be like, wow, look what you did for me, Weddings are not cheap, you guys, and I think that's something you have to really think about when you're asking, so many people to include themselves into this specific day, because unlike you, they're not going to be so overwrapped in it, and you're asking a lot of them. You're asking them to spend money, traveling time depending on where you're going. Some of these people might not have jobs that allow them to take time off. Some of them might not be in a financial situation where they can afford to pay for a dress and shoes and earrings and makeup. And are you going to pay for this? It's a lot to think about. And so from the bat off, I wanted to just say and do something special to make them feel like, hey, thank you for taking the time, and thank you for, doing this for me, because you care about me and I want to do this for you to show you that I care about you. So that's kind of why I did these boxes. And you guys, honestly, you do not have to make this like a big extravagant thing. Believe me, when I went into this, my mindset was cheap, as inexpensive as I can be, because I don't have a lot of money. We don't have the biggest budget for this wedding, and I don't want to waste all my money asking my girls to be a part of my wedding when I should really be spending it on the wedding. This is the biggest day of my life, and I don't want to waste my money on things that really weren't as significant as they needed to be, you know what I mean? And so my whole thing was, what's the cheapest way you can do this, but the smartest way and the nicest way you can do these kind of things. And so originally I started off with, of course, the hats. Knew I wanted to get the hats. Next, I got them these little Stella Rosa Prosecco bottles, because of course we're gonna drink, of course we're gonna turn up, that's what girls do. And so these are little mini Stella Rosa Prosecco bottles. I got them at Albertsons for, originally these come in a pack of 3 for $21. And I was like, dang, that's kind of a lot of money. I'm gonna have to buy 5 people bottles of alcohol, and that's $20 for 6, or $20 for 3, $40 for 6, almost $50 on alcohol alone. Do I really want to do that? Is that something that is worth it? I really had to weigh my options. For weeks, I was walking in Albertsons and walking around all these stores looking for the best sales, the best deals, just waiting for, prices to drop, or just trying to figure out, is this something that I want to do? I don't know. And so one day we were walking and we saw the clearance section, and these were on sale for $8 for a pack of 3. $8. And so I, of course, grabbed them. I got it on a sale. I spent for the price of 2 packages of those bottles for the price of 1 that I would have originally spent if I would have just, rushed and spent the money. So take your time. Think this through. Look for sales. Don't rush and spend your money. Think about it. Think about other alternatives and think about what's the cheapest route and the best route for your budget and for your situation. The next thing that I got, I definitely wanted to make sure that these girls, we had cups. I wanted something like very custom, and I felt like cups was like the great way to go. Everybody in wedding parties has like cute little mugs or cute little like bottles or wine glasses. Well, once I started looking at cups and anything wedding related cups, girls, it's not cheap. It's expensive. Even if you go to like the cheapest online stores you can find. I think the cheapest things that I could find were like $8 a cup. And it wasn't custom, I don't think. Or I think you had to pay like $5 extra for customizations. For $13 a cup, that's like almost $20 a cup with shipping, for these girls. Do I want to spend $80 on just cups that, are going to say bridesmaids that they're not going to use again, that, is really kind of pointless and a waste of my money? I want this to stretch. And so what I did, I was looking at different alternative options. I looked at vinyl options, but then I noticed, oh dang, you need a Cricut to vinyl. I don't have a Cricut. That's $200. Is that worth it? No. Well, if I am planning a wedding, will it be worth it in the long run? Maybe. Right now for my budget, it doesn't work. No, we can't do vinyl lettering. What's another option? Etching. Where are shops around my town that etch glass, or what are the best prices where I can find personalized etching, or do they have etching cream that I can do myself? And that's kind of what we kind of started at. I was going to just buy regular like wine glasses and personalize it myself, DIY. Well, I went to Dollar Tree one day and I found these glasses that say Sip Sip Hooray. They were just simple tumblers, glass, clear. And they say Sip Sip Hooray with little confetti around them. They're super cute. So they just say Sip Sip Hooray. And then there's the little confetti in different colors around it. And that was what I found at Dollar Tree for $1. What I did to spruce it up, a DIY thing that I did to personalize it for the girls, I got originally just 5 of these. And that's something I don't recommend. If you're doing like a new DIY thing, if it's something that you have not mastered or you have not done before, I would recommend getting backups, because I made the mistake of not getting backups and then making a mistake when I was, DIYing the glass and then needing another glass because I messed up. And then I was running to like 4 different Dollar Trees looking for the same cup like weeks later after I bought the cup, hoping and fingers crossing that like they had what I needed. Luckily they did, but in the situation for me personally, I would rather have too much than too little. You can always take stuff back, but you can't get more stuff. So just ahead of time in the future, I would think that way, because I made the mistake and it was a very risky one on my part. But I just had my fiance, I had him etch each of their initials. So this is an M for one of my bridesmaids on the back of it. And then to go with the color of the wedding, because I picked my colors very early on, and go figure, it just kind of went with the theme, black, white, and gold. Those are our colors. Very elegant, very classy. And so I wanted something, that matched our color theme. So what I did was I got Mod Podge and I just got gold glitter and just did it around the edge of the cup. And it kind of gives it like a personal touch. When I gave the girls these cups, they thought that I had bought them and had paid to get them personalized. And I was like, sorry, no, I didn't. I did it myself. Sorry, but I was cheap, and, they thought that this was done professionally. So, if you take your time, if you think this out ahead of time, you would be surprised on what you can create. And so, for the box, I just kind of it fits perfectly in the tumbler with the glass, and so I thought it was even more better. Like, it was perfect. And so next thing in the box, and I guess I should just show you guys the box. It was obviously a lot cuter when I displayed it. Okay, so this is the box that I made them, and it was like way better when I displayed it. But you know, so these boxes, I actually got them at Michael's, I think. No, I got them at Hobby Lobby. They were very inexpensive. I think that I got them on sale for $3, and then they have a coupon for like 40% off. So I got a deal with the boxes. I got 5 of them, and I got different colors. This one is, I got 3 that have the gold and the white like kind of splashed across it, and then I got 3 more that have black and like gold polka dots all over it. And then I got my maid of honor, a very big square box that was like obviously like a little bit more bigger to make her feel a little bit more like, you know, maid of honor-y. I don't know. And so that was probably the most expensive things that I purchased for the boxes, were the hat, $3. The Prosecco was probably the most expensive thing in the box, $8 for the pack of 3. And then just to touch it up, I bought little name tags with gold trimming around the edges, just to kind of like add a personal touch and obviously include each girl's names on their own boxes. I kind of just connected it to the boxes with this gold ribbon and just tied it in like a little bow. To make it even more special, you guys can, I wrote their names on their name tags, but you guys can print it out and, you know, make it a special font. You know, use a special type of ribbon. You know, just do something that's a little bit like a little extra touch, but it was very cheap and very inexpensive. Something else that I did, very cheap, very inexpensive, I got these bath bombs long ago for Mother's Day. I got like all the mothers in like that I got presents for bath bombs, and I just had a couple extra laying around, so I just dropped a couple in each girl's boxes. In fact, I didn't even have enough for everybody. I only had 4 of these pink random bath bombs, and I had 1 like random white one with a heart on it. And it worked out perfectly because I had 4 bridesmaids and then 1 maid of honor. So the extra one, the oddball out, you know, I just put that in the maid of honor's box because it made hers look a little bit different, but it was like the same theme going on, and like the girls couldn't even know. They thought that I hand selectively picked each bath bomb for them, and like, you know, they had no idea that I just had them laying around in my room, and they were from another gift set. So recycle things. Use stuff that you already have, you know. Nobody would know the difference, and it's just an extra little touch and an extra little thing that you can like add in there that will kind of like fluff up the box. Obviously, another thing, you can't really pop the question without a ring. So I included ring pops in all the girls' boxes. You can buy these at Dollar Tree for $1. They come in a pack of 4. And then for extra little, you know, fluff, I added confetti. You can again buy this at Dollar Tree for $1. And then I got, just to go with the theme of the box, this is gold confetti circles. And I just kind of put that in the box to add a little color to it because I felt like the white was kind of like boring and a little bit bland. So the gold little circles kind of like added some color to the box. Next in the box, I obviously had to ask them to be in my wedding party. So I just used construction paper that had colors of the wedding, and I printed out little sayings, and they have tons of websites you can use and PDFs printouts that you can use. So go online. I'll link a few of the fun ones that I found down below, but these are just a couple that I included in my boxes. So I just used construction paper and cut out little you know, cutouts of them asking little questions. So this one says, I can't say I do without you. And then in small little writing, it says, I mean, I could, I just don't really want to. And so I thought that was really cute. This one says, can't you just be surprised when I ask you to be my bridesmaid? Because, of course, they kind of already knew. I kind of already gave it away with the text. And then one more, I think this one, it says, "You're obviously going to be my bridesmaid." So it's just like little cute sayings, little cute things that you can throw in there. Very inexpensive. I just cut this out, had some construction paper, and, you know, built up the box. Very simple things that you can do. I really wanted to make shirts for the girls, and that was something that I was very like kind of torn between, because I was like, man, that's 5 shirts. Am I gonna have to buy 5 shirts for every single girl? I haven't seen a lot of these girls in years. Since I moved to Bakersfield, you know, and since they graduated, I haven't seen a lot of these girls since they graduated and we went to school together. A lot of these girls I went to college with, and, you know, once I kind of dropped out of school and started my new life up here, we have not connected like in a really long time, and I haven't seen them and like hung out with them and like just had like a fun girls time. And so I really wanted to like make them feel special. I knew that once like I gave them these boxes, it was going to be like a fun little reunion again, because we haven't seen each other in so long. And so I was like thinking like, dang, you know, when I make these shirts, I don't know their sizes, I don't know what they're comfortable in anymore, you know, I don't know, you know, there's just a lot that I was kind of like torn between. And so to break out of all of that, and then to even just introduce how I was going to like connect with all these girls again, because I obviously live all the way out here, and a lot of them still live all the way in the Inland Empire where I'm from. And, you know, we're kind of in different areas. We're kind of doing our own thing. You know, a lot of them already graduated college, so I didn't even know where they're at anymore. You know, I used to be able to just visit and drive down to the school, and all of them would be in one place at one time. And now, you know, they graduated, so now they work and they have lives and they live certain places. And it's like, how do I get everybody in one place at one time? I was like so confused and stressed a little bit, you know. And to break all of that, I just started a group text. And that's something that I definitely recommend doing. It's perfect, especially in the beginning, because, you know, you can start planning and start, you know, just being all on the same page as everybody else in terms of wedding. My girls kind of already knew, okay, I'm in her wedding party. They didn't really know for sure. And like, I feel like this group text kind of solidified everything. So what I did, I just started off a group text, included everybody in it, and just texted all of them, hey guys, welcome to this bridal party. I just want you guys all to know, you know, you're all included in this wedding party, and I'm thanking all of you, you know, for being a part of my special day. And you know, I haven't seen a lot of you girls in forever. I miss you. And, you know, when is a great day that all of us can meet up? And that was like the perfect start and the perfect push for me to like kind of like, I am personally trying to become the chillest bride I've ever been. I'm not trying to be like a bridezilla. I'm trying to be a bride chilla, if you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to just go with the flow and be kind of cool about everything. And so I didn't even want to create those vibes in a text message, and that's kind of hard to do. So I wanted to like give my bridesmaids power to like pick what they want, you know, pick dates, pick times that work for them, and like kind of all to just discuss what works for us, and not me just being like, this day, this time, make it happen, you know, that's the end of it. I don't want to be that kind of person. So I personally think that like a group chat is a really great way to kind of keep everybody in the loop of everything, and, you know, discuss possible wedding dates and just little things that have to do with wedding. And you can just, as a wedding, you know, as a bride and as somebody planning a wedding now, I definitely think that it helps me keep, you know, certain things that we talked about in track. I can just refer to the text messages and just say like, oh yeah, we said this day. Oh yeah, no, I said this day, you know. No, I just really wanted to, you know, make them feel very, like, I wanted to give them the power, because I didn't want to feel like bridezilla, rah, 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 you know, making all these demands. And so I kind of just asked them, you know, what day works for you guys? What day can we meet up together? Another thing that I wanted to say was, for my wedding party, I was like very like, dang, how am I going to get all these girls in one place at one time? What's a good meeting way? You know, should we have dinner? Should we eat at a restaurant? You know, is everybody going to be able to afford their own food? I also want to drink. Am I going to want to risk everybody wanting to drive themselves home? You know, there's a lot I had to think about. And so my aunt, she's my wedding planner, and she has the best backyard I've ever seen. She's done it up a couple times, and she has like gazebos and plants, and just like, that's like the best spot. Anytime I think of like just chill and like fun times, I think like just hanging out in her backyard. And so that was like ding ding ding, you know, we just kind of thought, why don't we have like a brunch, you know, at my house? And so I'm like, oh, that would be perfect, you know, the perfect meetup for all my girls. She offered to cook, which is perfect. You don't have to pay for food. We can bring our own alcohol, you know, and I thought, you know, why not, you know, kind of create this as like a fun reunion carpool thing, because we, they all live obviously in the Inland Empire, and then I live up here in Bakersfield. So I was like, how am I going to get, you know, all these girls in one place at one time? So what I did was I offered, why don't we, you know, carpool? My aunt, she lives in LA. So what I did one weekend, I just kind of, we all picked a date. I drove down to the Inland Empire. I picked all the girls up. We met at the mall, and then we all carpooled to LA to my aunt's house. And then we kind of like had brunch, had like the little box, you know, situation going, and we all got to like catch up and like just have like a fun reunion together. And it was like the most fun I've had in a long time, with all these girls all in one place at one time. And like, it's not like anybody had to worry about gas getting to the, you know, getting where they needed to go. Everything was just kind of like taken care of. And that's something that I feel is really important when you're doing things with bride, you know, or you're asking people to be in your bridal party. You know, you have to really consider the things that they have to pay for and the cost of things. You know, gas is not cheap. Time takes a lot, you know. Maybe they don't have weekends where they can just take off. Maybe they work you know, weekends, and they have to request these days off, and you know, maybe that's, you know, very costly for them. You know, these are a lot of things you have to think about, and I was just trying to do it the best way possible, where I knew like it would work out for us, but it would be cheap for them, and you know, it would still be fun. And you know, it really worked out. It worked out perfectly, and I think the group chat really helped with that. You know, weigh your options, use different things that are very, you know, very inexpensive and different ways to like still interact and still have fun together. There are tons of things you guys can do together to like still have fun and still feel like a great bridal party, but not be expensive. I personally did not want to spend all this money on like all these things, and my aunt was gracious enough to, you know, provide her home as like, you know, the base point. She cooked, so that was cheap. My mom paid for the food, which was amazing. You know, I had gas already paid for. I didn't have to have gas or the girls pay out of pocket for anything like that. Because we are getting married in 2020 and it's so far away, I didn't want there to be like gaps in space and chunks of space where we, you know, don't see each other, or we just do like pick the dress, pick the venue, pick the, you know, this, and you know, this. Like, no, I want it to be like, oh, remember when we did this for Corey's wedding, or remember when we did this, or remember when we did that. You know, I don't want it to be like, remember Corey's wedding? I want it to be like, remember when we were in Corey's wedding, all the fun stuff we did? And so I like planned a lot of fun things and fun events that I wanted to like, you know, have the girls be at, and, you know, just have us reconnect, because I haven't seen a lot of these girls in a long time, and since I live such a long ways away from them, it's hard for us to see each other, and it really sucks to like have like years or like 6 months or like a year and a half where like you don't see your best friends, and then, you know, you meet up later and it's like, okay, let's talk about wedding. You know, it's like, who are you? You know, so I want to still keep us in the loop with each other, which is why we have the group chat. And we actually just planned, you know, a lot of fun events. You know, I told the girls that I wanted to do a lot of like spa days, hiking trips. I want to do movie nights. You know, you guys can do cheap, inexpensive stuff. Hiking is free. Movie night is free. At the home, you can do it at your house. Have a fun slumber party. Go to a trampoline place. Go to the park and take pictures and do cartwheels. Do a color run. Do a marathon together. Like, there's so many fun events you guys can do together that'll like still help you guys feel included, but like, you know, will still be fun, like wedding events that I feel like I just need my girls to be at. And so that was something we all talked about. That was all something everybody was down for. One thing that I wanted to do, though, to keep it cheaper on my part, which leads me to my next item in this box, which is, I think, my last item, was shirts. I really wanted the girls to have shirts. I wanted us to have group shirts. I knew we were going to have all these events coming up, and like, how fun would that be to just like have shirts and take pictures together and just like have something to kind of like staple the memory, especially since the cups were not as bridesmaidy, you know, they were very generic. You can keep that in your cabinet and reuse, which is very important. I feel like, great, these girls can have these cups, they're personalized, it has their name on it, and they can reuse it, and technically it doesn't have to have anything to do with my wedding. They don't have to tell anybody, because all it is just the gold color. You know, it doesn't have a date, it doesn't have bridesmaid on it, it doesn't have anything like that. So the next thing that I want to get into is the shirts. One thing that I did to keep it cheaper on my part in terms of shirts was I asked my girls to bring their own shirts. One reason for this is because I didn't really know like their sizes. I didn't know, you know, what kind of shirt to get them. I was thinking, dang, that's 5 shirts and shirts are expensive, you know. Are they even going to want this shirt? Like, it's just a lot that I just didn't want to worry about. And so something that I did was I asked them to bring their own shirt. And that's something that all my girls were like totally down for. I was like, hey, you know, would you guys mind bringing a shirt, you know, to our little event? And they're like, yeah, what kind? And I'm like, oh, that easy, okay, you know. And so we got to talk about what kind of shirts, you know, we wanted. We, you know, thought about tank tops, V-necks, you know, regular crew tops, you know, what kind of shirt would work for us, you know. And so I didn't want to get personalized shirts and spend all the money and, you know, have somebody personalize them. So what I did was I got these iron-on decals. You can get these at, I think I got them at Hobby Lobby again for like $12, and you can just iron them on the shirts. DIY, like cheap, inexpensive, easy, and my girls bought their own shirts. So, you know, that was cheap on my part, and luckily they're nice enough to pay for their own shirt. Alright guys, so that is about it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun talking to you guys about what I did in my bridesmaids boxes. This is like a dream come true. I'm finally getting married, so it was a lot of fun to do. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Comment down for any other videos you'd like to see in the wedding series, because I'm really trying to figure out what the next video is going to be. So if you guys like what you see, please subscribe. I thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.